This week on Maker Update, a Zoetrope and a fidget spinner make a baby, an SLS printer from Formlabs, a Raspberry Pi weather chamber, component carnage, my favorite soldering iron, tiny OLED Pi screens, and Maker Fairs. It's Wednesday, June 7th. I'm Donald Bell, and welcome to another Maker Update. I hope you're all having a great summer. I am having a pretty good summer, mostly because I'm really excited that I have power outlets finally installed in the studio where I record these videos. Because fun fact, up until now, I've been running an extension cord from my house through the yard into this space, but I don't have to anymore. I can set things up in a more permanent way. It's gonna make life easy. There are some fun projects to share this week, so let's get into it, starting with the project of the week. This week, Jonathan Odom from Instructables, aka JON-A-TRON, found a way to turn a fidget spinner into a Zoetrope animation loop. It's essentially a 3D printed sandwich of two fidget spinners with a reel of animation placed on the inside. Gaps on the outside tread provide a strobing effect to trick your eye into perceiving the separate images as a smooth animation. Instructables employees like John have been killing it recently with great, unique projects and beautiful write-ups. Not only does John include links to download all the 3D printed parts and sample animations, but he shows you step by step how he designed the whole thing in Fusion 360. I love it, although part of me wonders how long it's going to be before we see retail versions of these with little ads inside or dancing Pokemon or God only knows what else. But for now, this is ours, so thank you, John. And now for news. On Monday, 3D printer manufacturer Formlabs announced their first desktop SLS type printer, the Fuse 1. The printer sells for $10,000 and it's available on pre-order now, shipping in the fall. Until now, Formlabs has made their name with SLA type printers, which create objects layer by layer by using a vat of liquid resin that gets selectively exposed to light, creating very high resolution prints. SLS printing takes another approach, depositing layers of powdered nylon and selectively fusing them with a laser. Because the unfused powder continues to surround and support the print, no support structures are necessary and the process lends itself to very sturdy prints and complex nested designs. At 10 grand, it's not cheap, but considering that these things typically start at around $200,000, this is a pretty big deal. A few more projects to share with you. This one is called the Storm Glass, and it's by the Modern Inventor on Instructables. It's a weather forecast project that mimics local weather conditions like rain, fog, and even lightning inside of a glass tube. The project uses a Raspberry Pi Zero W board, an Adafruit speaker bonnet for sound, a USB ultrasonic humidifier, a 5-volt water pump, and a NeoPixel LED ring. All in, it's about $80 in parts. The project includes all the 3D files you need to print the base, the top, and the LED ring holder. There's a clear circuit diagram showing how everything connects together. The humidifier is there for creating clouds. The pump is there to bubble the water over the LED ring to create a rain effect. It's a neat idea and it looks sharp. For something simple and goofy, I also like this Component Creatures project by Randy Seraphin. It's just a fun excuse to solder up some random components and create little resistor dudes and capacitor spiders. Randy's scene here is a little dark, but action-packed. It's time once again for another 1-minute tool review sponsored by the Cool Tools blog. This week, I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite and most often used tools in my house. It is the Hakko FX901 portable soldering iron. This thing sells for around $32 on Amazon Prime, and by picking one up using the link in the description, you help to support these videos and you help to support the Cool Tools blog. 3 reasons I love this iron above all others. 1, it heats up fast. I'm usually soldering within 15 seconds, way faster than my plug-in irons and hot enough to use with lead-free solder. Using rechargeable batteries in here, I'm usually good for a few weeks of occasional soldering or probably an hour of continuous use. Second reason, I can solder wherever it's convenient. I can do repairs outside. I don't have to sweat how long my extension cord is. It's great. Third, the design is smart. You can stand it on its end. You can cap it while it's hot. The cap will automatically shut it off, so there's no chance of you leaving it on accidentally. The batteries install in a clip that's easy to swap out. And it feels pretty good in your hand despite the bulk. I do wish that it wasn't so top heavy, and I don't love the blunt tip or the expensive replacements for it, but in the time that I've had this thing, I've reached for it every time over my plug-in soldering irons and have not been disappointed. If you want to pick one up yourself, use the link in the description, and you can see thousands of reader-recommended tools like this at cool-tools.org. I have a few more tips to share with you this week. My friend Andrew Cavette sent me this recent Instagram post by artist and maker extraordinaire Tom Sachs. It's a series of photos documenting his traveling toolkit, and it's packed with all kinds of interesting tools and hacks. I particularly appreciate how he shaved his angle grinder handle down to just the essential nub. Over on MakeZine, Gareth Branwyn's latest roundup has a bunch of gems, including Michael Colombo's method for keeping track of screws and bolts by poking them into a piece of cardboard and labeling them. And two new interesting and inexpensive products I saw on Adafruit. One is a 95-cent tool for adjusting the focal length on a Raspberry Pi camera module. The other is a small $15 OLED screen for Raspberry Pi that stacks right onto the headers. It looks great on a Pi Zero. The example has it displaying the board's IP address and processor load, but you could have it display animations or whatever you want. But it's tiny. I also want to let you guys know that next week I will be out on vacation, so yay for me. But I might not have a video for you. If I do, it'll just be something fun and pre-recorded. The following week, I'll be back on track, so no worries. Also, for a more than you ever wanted to know dive into how I built the Kitty Grabs Back electric go-kart, I now have a monster build diary over on makerprojectlab.com. Maker fairs! This weekend we have fairs in Berlin, Paris, Eastern Long Island, Vancouver, British Columbia, Eugene, Oregon, Manila in the Philippines, Castelo Branco in Portugal, and Hamilton, Ontario. That is a great lineup. And that's it for this week's show. Be sure to subscribe or leave a thumbs up or leave a comment. And if you're interested in that Hakko portable soldering iron, please use the link to pick one up. That helps to support this show, all right? And if you have a tool to recommend to me or a project that you've done that you're excited to share, let me know. I'm Donald at makerprojectlab.com. All right? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week or the week after.